Hafey, is this the real thing? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast, exclusive interview right now with none other than the Magic Man, Antonio Tarver. Appreciate you for coming in for the PorterWay weekend, all the good stuff. I would say not quite as much fun as I expected it to be.
Right.
It's kind of cold out here.
Very cold.
You
Very
felt
cold.
Vegas in the cold before, though, right? Like wintertime?
But I'm not used to this, bro.
This
I'm from
not
Florida.
this right here.
I'm not used to this. This is unusual.
Yeah.
For real.
My dad's not here yet, but as I was really trying to figure out how I was going to start this thing, I had anticipated him being here, and I wanted to say something directed to him. I'll save that for now.
Okay.
And we'll just move on. But coming up here, it felt like a fight to me coming up here.
Really?
This was like a
Fight weekend?
This was like like I genuinely felt like I did my normal routine, got the whole, shower, got in the car, had my man drive me instead of me driving. And when the music wasn't right, I was like, yo, change that music. It's fight night. Why is that with you? I don't feel like it's fight night right now.
I'm not sure, Shawn. I personally want to say thanks for having me, my guy. I've been watching your podcast.
Yeah.
Love what you're doing. And, Godspeed. Keep going.
Yes, sir.
Glad to be here.
Yes, sir.
Hanging out with your dad a couple of days has been nice. And
that's my dude, man. So I'm glad he had a moment with you. I know you said you hit him during New Year's Eve. And I hit him right away. I was like, yo, Tarver said he got at you. You better get back to him. You better get back to him. So.
And, even from back in the day, I've always respected your dad and, how committed he was to your career and the way y'all did it together. Yeah. It was great, man. I just want to congratulate you on that.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. It's been nice watching you and just watching your whole career as a whole. Yeah. You fought on my undercard once or twice. And I commentated some of your older fights. So that was a good time.
One of your fights, too.
Seeing your maturation to the pros, to the championship. Yeah. It was a beautiful run, man.
Thank you, man.
Beautiful run.
As I got prepared to do this interview and I had to, see the steps that you went through, knowing that you were, what do you consider yourself to be, a three sport athlete in high school? You played football.
I played football, basketball. I even ran a little track, played baseball, but I wasn't good at anything but basketball and football, our sports, you know what I mean?
And then boxing comes in.
No, boxing was first.
I was going to say, but boxing started when you were 8, 9 years old.
9, 10 years old. Yeah. I fought from 10 to 14. Yeah. That was my extent of my amateur career.
How did you find boxing?
When I look back on it, boxing found me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's the
my life, how I was.
Typical saying.
Really, it found me. You know what I mean? Because even when I was young, I felt like I had something inside of me, and I didn't know how to get it out. Yeah. Only way I could get it out is through combat. You feel me? I was very hyperactive as a kid. I had to go. I was on the go all the time. Yeah. I was the only boy. I had 3 sisters, and we were in, if you're familiar with Orlando, Florida, we was raised in Ivy Lane. Yeah. And that says everything. That says a lot.
So the fight was naturally in you.
Exactly.
On top of that, God has blessed you with this amazing amount of energy. And then on top of that, where you come from, it was like you had to walk out of the house with a certain attitude, swag and face to not be stepped at. And that's basically how Magic Man is created.
At first, I didn't really feel like I had a love for the sport.
Boxing, right?
Boxing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about at 10, 11. And how it happened was the first time I ever sparred, it was a valuable lesson. Because no one had really got in my ear and said, all of this stomach area is fair game.
Yeah, go get it.
So I get in there. Have you seen that viral video with a guy all the way up here? That's me, right? And man, this joker dug me to the body so hard. Yeah. I dropped, but I didn't quit. I came back the next day. Yeah. And that's what just kept. And then my team, I wish you can go back, or it might be something on the internet you can find about the Orlando Southwest Boys and Girls Club and Church Street Station in Orlando.
Come on, man. I've been doing this my whole life. I know for every Jordan that didn't make it, it's
Exactly, and that's what I want to. Yeah. That's what I really want to emphasize. That there was much better champions that I thought at that time that could have developed if they had the right structure.
Yes.
Talent-wise, was way more talented than I was. I learned from these guys.
Yeah.
You know.
When you were 8, 9, when you were
9, 10, 11 years old.
Hey, do me a favor. Sorry to cut you off,
No
but
problem.
shout out some of them guys and what made them special, because that's the thing about boxing. I know when you're in your respective sport, you know the guys that people didn't see.
Right.
Like, we watching all the names of the guys in the NBA and the NFL, but we don't know the names that they know. So, like, talk about some of the guys that was, like, you know, special, near and dear to your heart, and what made them special.
I'm glad you asked. Max Sonna, right? Rest in peace. He got killed about 89, I think. That was my best friend. You know, we had a lot in common. He was a Scorpio as well as I was. He had 3 sisters as well as I did. And he was next to the oldest, same as me.
Yeah.
So we were like this. You know, I used to walk right before I get to the Boys and Girls Club, and we got about another mile to walk. Yeah. You know, it's about 3 miles away walking from my place. Yeah. But we cutting through the woods and stuff with, you know, my.
And moms was okay with that? Like, that's just mom, how you had to.
My mom, you know, it's like my mom raised me to be tough, independent. Yeah. You feel me? And a leader. Yeah. You know, that was her whole thing. You know, because I had, you know, looking back, hindsight now, I know I had all these, you know, obligations. Sure. You feel me? Sure. But, you know, it made me tough, bro. It really, you know, gave me vision. Yeah. Because I knew I had to be something more than what I was. Because, you know, my mom, my sisters, my family, everybody was really, not saying that my sisters was dependent on me, but I know my mother was. Yeah. You know, because she raised me in that mental mind state.
She raised you,
know what I mean?
In a mental mind state to, like, for the sake of words, take advantage of the sports that you were in?
No. Knowing that I had to become something so that I can take care of the things that I needed to take care of, to make sure that my family and my mom and everybody had an opportunity or a better way of life. Yeah. And I think hindsight, when I look back at that, I did that.
I feel like the same thing for me. Like, I always, even though it was never just said to me, I always felt this responsibility to do what needed to be done to get where we are now, for the sake of words. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Kind of talk to me about that, and I give you mine, and then I want to hear from you. My thing was, my dad would call me for everything. I'm the third of 3 boys. So we stair steps, one right after the other. I'm 5, 6, 7. You calling the 5-year-old to do things. I'm 8, 9, 10. You calling the 8-year-old to. I was always the one that was responsible for doing everything. Bring me the keys, close the door, turn off this. It was always me. And I had a hard heart about it. I was like, why are you always calling me?
Right.
And I actually didn't, in hindsight, recognize that was the responsibility that God was showing me I was going to have as an adult. But I do know that as a teenager, I knew what I was going to do, and I knew what I needed to do in order to get to where we are now. Kind of talk about maybe the pressures or what you avoided or tried to go after because of knowing that responsibility.
It was definitely pressure, but I really didn't know it was pressure at the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't until, you know, because I was being really guided in that direction, because my mom was a single parent. She had 4 kids, you know, and she had to make it, you know what I mean? So it was a struggle, but at the same time, when I got of age, you know, it was already programmed in me what my obligation was, is to make sure I come help everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I ain't run away from that responsibility, but I'm just saying there's other people that aren't forced to be placed in that position. Sure. You know what I mean? Sure. And I think it was, I just heard Arenas Gilbert say that a lot of times we can't, you know, pass wealth up because we're too busy passing wealth down. You understand? We getting somewhere, but we always gotta take that back instead of pushing it forward. So, you know, that's just something that I think in that time in the culture, you know, it was a lot of families, single mothers out there. You feel me? That if we knew what we had to do, we had to change our situation. Sure. And we weren't looking for nobody to help us. Sure. You understand? Sure. But you know, hindsight, like I said, it made me tough. It made me strong.
Yeah.
And it also made me understand that I had to go get something, man, because the love that I have for my mom,
yeah,
you know, it's just, you know, it's just, what I would say, it's everything to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I try everything to, you know, give her everything, but a lot of times it was, you know, sometimes it was hard to give when I had to take care of things too. So it put more pressure under me. And a lot of people don't understand. There was no real school that we went to prepare for success. You feel me?
No.
There's no real school. And you kind of wonder why that is.
Yeah, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we all had to learn everything the hard way. And we don't want necessarily say every lesson was hard, but a lot of lessons were. You know what I mean? And not having a family, a man in the house, only having sisters.
Yeah.
You know, I had to protect them too.
Yeah.
You know, all my sisters are attractive, bro.
Yeah,
You feel me?
Yeah.
When we were young, coming up.
Yeah.
So, you know, I had to, you know, have some type of defense. You feel me? It was just me. So, you know, I got out there. You know what I mean? But I always knew boxing was my key to everything. And
when did that click?
I was always good at boxing. Always. Even
when
as
you
a
first
young,
started.
I was good in the streets first.
Okay.
You feel me? So I had a reputation, and
Okay.
I wasn't looking for a reputation,
yeah.
but it just happened like that. You know, way before me and Roy Jones met. You know, I went through some challenges, man. At 14, I think my mom knew that we had to get up out of Ivy Lane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the best decision she ever made. I gotta ask her and sit her down and talk to her and say, why did you do that? Was that a necessary thing, or was that was it an option?
Yeah.
You know, but it was the best thing. And it was like, imagine this, being raised in the inner city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The inner city and all the surroundings. And
I just drove past it. My dad drove me past it.
and all of a sudden, you're thrust into this other world.
Yeah.
That mentally you have never really been on that wave of
Culture
thinking, of having to adapt, get along, communicate, you know. So
Was it shocking?
I was out like a fish out of water, but
Yeah.
I adapted. You know what I'm saying? I really did open myself up in a lot of ways when I was closed off.
Yeah.
You know, became approachable.
Yeah.
I found my personality and everything. You know what I mean? Because, you know, people, places, and things. People, places, and things, man, is real. You know what I mean? Because you are a product of your environment. And a lot of people, you know, and everyone knows that.
Yeah.
So we got to try to make our environment a much safer place and a better place to raise kids.
Your environment made you who you were, though. You know, your environment, there's a lot that we go through in the fight, on fight night. There's a lot we go through in training to get to fight night.
They'll never
know?
understand.
And, you know, you being from where you're from, it proved to be beneficial for you in moments in the ring. As a fighter, even in the amateurs, did you ever see glimpses of, in the ring, things, energies, or thought processes that you would have when you was in the streets doing what you had to do in the streets? Or was it always just, hey, this is boxing, this is what I got to do?
I think when I was in the streets, it wasn't by choice.
Yeah.
I was a product of my environment. You know what I mean? I would never choose that. You feel me? You know, after I educated myself and learned that there is a better way. You know what I mean? But if I would have never left Ivy Lane, I would have never knew that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would have never knew that.
Yeah.
Because I was already programmed on what my mental mind state was. You feel me? And I was all for that. But, you know, being bussed over there and then really getting a different view of what life really could be. Yeah. You understand? So now I'm changing. Yeah. You know, I'm changing, but I still have all of that inside of me. So I'm having to, you know, compartmentalize a lot of stuff. Sure. You know what I mean? And again, I'm still young, 14, 15, 16. So I was able to, you know, leave boxing. Something I never thought I would do at 14 years old, but it was never it wasn't my choice. See, I'm 14. I'm one of the best fighters in Florida. Wow. You know, at the time. But in 1979. No, I'm sorry. My mom, when she moved,
I said, you
at 14, when she moved, I got out of boxing because we was way over here in Goldenrod.
You can't get there.
30 miles away, 40 miles, 30 miles away from the gym.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
And my mom got to work at night. So boxing was something that was taken from me, man. And I was like, damn, I mean, I kind of look back sometime and say, what would have? What could have been if I would have never stopped boxing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, at that time, when I stopped boxing, I had already, at 13 years old, on my resume, I had a fight with the great Roy Jones Jr. Never knowing that we would, But I'm gonna come back to that. But at 13 years old, in the Sunshine State Games in Gainesville, Florida, Roy won a unanimous decision, 3-round unanimous decision.
Over you, right?
Over me. Yeah, that was our first time being in the ring, and I knew he was a gifted fighter. We all knew because he had fought a couple guys from my team before. So he was one of the young guns out there that everybody was talking about already.
Let me be clear. At 12, 13 years old, you can be cold.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's guys out there, imagine Tank when he was 12, maybe what? Of course.
Because I know people would be like, well, y'all were 13. You know
how matter, those skill sets real.
My mama stopped coming to watch me box when I was about 12 or 13 years old.
She couldn't take it?
And my dad was like, ask your mama why she don't come to watch. I was like, I don't care if she don't come. He said, ask your mama why she never. My dad wanted her there. My dad wanted her to support. I go and ask her. She said, it was cute when y'all were little. Y'all were throwing pillows. Y'all hurting each other now, and I don't want to see that.
Right. I can relate to that. I understand that, too.
Yeah, so kind of describe that 13-year-old match that you had, if you could, with Roy.
Man. Hindsight, looking back, is always 20/20. Roy was a gifted, unique, talented fighter that had a lot of everything. You know what I mean? But we thought we had a lot of stuff, too. So, I told you I was really getting the game from these guys that was around me, and I'm gonna go into a couple of those names. These are Ricky Anthony, Dwayne Foster, Jesse Williams, James Williams, Sam Candyman Johnson, Harvey Hester, Greg Page, Greg Young, Darryl Holly, Greg Holly, Choo Choo Bell. I can go on and on.
Yeah, that's a dozen right there.
And these guys was killers.
Legit. They was all the way legit.
Killers, you hear me?
Yeah.
In boxing.
Yeah.
Because we had a coach by the name of Jimmy Williams, Abu. Rest his soul.
Yes,
I just lost him a few years ago.
Yes, sir. I read it.
At 92, 93 years old, man, he was still sharp, dressed like you, Shawn. Right
Come
now,
on now.
Feel me? He get clean like that, bro.
Yeah.
And so he poured into me, man, since I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I think that was the real vessel for me to, because like I said, I cleaned on to everything he ever told me, bro.
Yeah.
I respected him because I saw his work.
Yeah.
Talking about a cold mitt guy. I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about back in the 80s.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Wasn't hitting him like that.
Man, as 10 years, bro, we parrying.
Yeah.
We sidestepping.
Yeah.
We breaking from the hips.
Yeah.
Step back, left hand, right hand. And I was conventional then. I first learned how to fight right-handed. I didn't know nothing about no southpaw.
I know.
You feel me? So when I fought Roy the first time, I was an orthodox fighter. When I got back after this long hiatus, and we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But
let's try to get to all of it. Let's try to get to all of it.
And, I mean, I think boxing chose me, man, because I was always good at it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know until 1988, how boxing would affect my life forever.
When you moved on and you're in high school, you had got back into boxing during your high school years or after high school years?
Never doing. I retired.
It was after the high school years.
Yes, I graduated and then I was out there, bro.
Yeah.
I had my son was born in 88, January 24th.
Yeah.
And from that time, I just went through a lot, bro. I was alone. Didn't really think I had nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
And, hanging out with homeboys and shit, got caught up. Got caught up. And if you know the environment that what you call the inner city was in the late 80s,
it's everywhere.
I got caught up in that accidentally, trying to be cool.
We gonna hit that at the end.
You feel me?
We gonna hit that at the end. I know your story very well. I watched some stuff. Slim sent me some stuff to really check out so that I was ready for this. I wanna honor Jimmy.
Yes.
Because I know
you met him before, right? Jimmy Williams?
No, I don't think I ever met Jimmy. My dad would know if I met Jimmy. But,
he in the building?
Yeah, he here now. But I know that your mom was you were raised in a single parent household. As I'm watching your mannerisms, who you are, how you are, who you are, I was like, there's got to be something that built that into it, that built that man. All respect to women, and mothers do a fine job, but I could tell there's a strength from you that, again, you're product of your environment, but somebody helped cultivate that. And I was assuming it was Jimmy. I felt like you just gave me the answer, but I was assuming it was Jimmy.
Jimmy was a mentor for sure.
Yeah.
Father figure at times. But nah, my mom was the G.
It was the mom, huh?
Gwen Tarver.
Yeah, come on, Gwen.
Still to this day.
Come on, Gwen. All right.
So she wasn't nothing soft about her.
Yeah.
She knew the game. She knew what it was about.
Yeah.
And she schooled us.
Yeah.
You feel me? She really did, man.
Wow.
Mom was tough. She was tough. Didn't play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I got it honestly, bro. But taught us love, taught us, loyalty, taught us about truth.
Yeah.
You feel me? This is what we used to get, whooped over, lying, bro. You feel me? So we don't do that. You feel me? It's just stand on whatever it is. We can talk about this shit, but don't lie to me. You feel me? So that was one of her pet peeves.
Yeah.
Because she always said, if you lie, you'll steal.
Yeah.
And she ain't sped a rod, bro. Like, she didn't abuse nobody.
Yeah.
But she took care of her business when it was time because she knew
it
wasn't nobody else in this house that's going to get that respect. So I got to be able to get that respect. Yeah. And I always looked up to her like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when I told her I'll be in, she trusted me early. Yeah. I was out hanging out, I'd come in. You feel me? I was, being independent a lot sooner than I had to be.
Tarver, did you ever look back over your shoulder for boxing? I mean,
I missed it, bro.
Yeah.
I missed it. But when we moved to Conway, I kind of accepted it.
Yeah.
But God worked in mysterious ways.
Yes, sir. Come on,
never make no mistake. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you believe that promise, man, it is real.
I know the story. You were watching Roy Jones fight in the Olympic Games. And you hadn't done any boxing prior to that, right?
Boxing wasn't even on my radar.
Right.
You feel me?
Was it Rory? Was it boxing? Was it the Olympic Games? Was it winning the gold medal? What was it that made you say, I'm gonna be next?
I saw it. I'm like, because there was no reason for me to be abusing drugs at the time. Out there in the street, strung out for whatever reason. Yeah. Lost. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. Lost. Yeah. But I'm God's child, though, bro.
Yes,
you feel
sir.
me?
Yes, sir. Yes,
you see what I'm saying? Yes, and I knew I was different.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? I knew I was different from the way I was, I came up. And but sometimes God got to give you a sign, bro. Yeah. God got to give you a sign. Yeah. And God gave me a sign, bro. Yeah. I swear to God, bro, I came home. I ain't have no reason to be home. Yeah. You feel me?
And you had no reason to watch the Olympic Games.
No reason to be home. Bro, when I turned the TV on, I didn't even have to turn the channel.
Boxing on the Olympic Games is the hardest thing to find.
But back then, 88, it was Roy Jones. They setting that up. Roy was that dude. Yeah. Completely. Don't even get it twisted. Yeah. Yeah, live. Yeah. Nationwide, bro. So, I turned the TV on. And, bro, I watch in amazement how this man, effortlessly. It looked effortlessly, but we know it wasn't. Sure. His focus and just the way he just flowed, and it was beautiful, man. And when we heard that decision, man, I mean, that was the worst decision I've ever witnessed up until that moment.
You weren't watching as a competitor.
I don't know why I was watching. I was just watching. I was just watching, but when I'm like, and I absorbed everything that had just took place. Yeah. And the thing that went back in my head was that fight we had in 82. That's where I'm trying to go with that. Amateur fight that we had in 82. I said, you know what? Because I knew we was the best two in Florida.
Even way
age.
back then, yeah. So
We
you
were
knew it
just
was, we supposed to just build and be there.
I know we probably would have seen each other a few more times if I would have stayed in the game, but that wasn't what God saw fit to do. He had to remove me because I still had some work to do.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And so I always look at that. You got to see God, bro. And these guys walking around here blindfolded when God could be, you know? So you got to sit still long enough to at least become aware of the situation. So I look at this and I got motivated and inspired to the point where, bro, I set a goal for myself right then. And I'm throwing my life away. I don't know if we can curse on the show, but I'm throwing my life away, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And the toughest conversation I ever had to have, bro, I had to come tell my mom that shit.
No, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'll never, ever lose that feeling of how hurt and how low and how just useless I felt.
Yeah.
And I had to look the woman in the eye I love, and she loved me, and had to tell her that I was struggling with something that I didn't know how to handle.
Did you have any conversations with yourself?
Always have conversations with myself.
Was it harder having conversation with yourself or having a conversation with your mom?
Oh no, I just told you, that was the toughest conversation I ever had to have, because I knew I was gonna break her heart. I knew she was gonna be disappointed to the point where I don't know if I can even look at myself, because if I don't get it done, who gonna do it? I'm the only man in the house. I'm the only one. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so, you know, it hurt me bad, bro, but I had to feel that too.
Listen, so there's the breakdown. You hurt mom, you hurt yourself because you hurt your mom. We hurt, we crying. How was the buildup? How was the repairing of everything? How was that?
It was a struggle.
Yeah.
It was a struggle. See, if you know anything about abuse and addiction, especially drugs, you know, you got to go to rehab. You got to go clean your system, clean your mind, clean your thoughts. You got to go do all that.
I don't mean to laugh at you, but I'm thinking about the woman that you described earlier, Gwen. That's my lady right there. Gwen is my lady.
Yeah,
the woman that you described earlier, in my mind, as you was just, I was like, get your ass in the rehab. Was it like that, or was it like, you know, was it comfort and grace and love?
No, it was support.
It was support. Yeah.
It was support for sure, but she
didn't get
really,
no whooping.
She didn't. No, I was hurt. I was too grown.
Yeah, I'm just playing. Yeah.
I whoop myself though, bro.
Sure.
You feel me?
Come on,
you
now.
whoop yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you really feel that bad about it. But no, man. I struggled a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I was able to meet Ken White was over the drug rehabilitation center in Orlando. I caught a charge also in the streets. Yeah. But because, you know, I had a good friend, Steve Jones, he was a sheriff officer. And he worked at my high school at the time, Steve Jones. Really good friend, man. And I talked to him too. But, you know, when I got arrested and everything, he knew about it already. And I told him the situation. Told him my situation and what I needed. You know what I mean? And they did that for me.
What you telling me you needed?
I need rehabilitation, bro. I don't need no prison.
Yeah.
I don't need no jail stint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
wow.
I felt like it was a new situation when I didn't know what to expect from the drug treatment center, but I had to go.
Yeah.
And when I went there, bro, I worked on myself.
Yeah.
I worked on myself hard. I had to go back and deal with a lot of things. Wow. You know what I mean? A lot of things that happened when I was out in the street. You feel me? When I got locked up, you know, I lost my great grandmother, who was the pillar of our community and family. You know, so Annabelle Robinson was her name, and we lost her at 72. Wow. But I was locked up when she passed. When she had her funeral, man, and you know, fortunately I was able to see her, but that was the hardest thing I ever had to do too. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like within the struggle that you had a lot of strength around you. You had a lot.
I don't know if that was strength around me or strength inside
you. Yeah.
But yeah, I was being challenged in ways that.
It seemed like God put a lot around you, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was encouraging to you. It was like anytime, again, if you're addicted to something, anytime you go to it was always, seems to me like it was always something right there that was reminding you, I can't turn no more.
Well, I think that was giving me reassurance that I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I just think like that was the last time I saw her, you know, and I was clean.
Yeah.
And I never wanted to go back.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
she never had a chance to see me get my life together. She never had a chance to see me hoist those belts or become champion, become an Olympian. But I felt like she was always watching over me. You know what I mean? You know, privately, that was my strength. You know, yeah, she was a great woman.
Wow.
I'll never forget, she used to work at Gary's Duck Inn, which was a restaurant, you know, downtown Orlando.
Yeah.
The sweetest little thing she would bring home every night, bro. 1 Pepsi and a bag of Cheetos. And we split it with 4 people.
Yeah, come on now.
Religiously. But you know we stayed up for that Pepsi. And
yeah, come on now.
Those few Fritos.
Yes, sir.
Getting,
yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And
wow.
that's what it's all about. Sharing, man, and family staying together.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's what I was taught. You know, there really wasn't no men around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's why I feel like I had to be the father. And that was the important thing, too. You know, I had a younger son.
Yes, sir.
While I was out here.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
He motivated me, bro.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be that deadbeat father. I didn't want to be that single parent to leave my kids, especially my son, behind. You see what I'm saying? So that was inspiration for me, having a brand newborn son and not having no future, not having no options.
Yeah.
So, bro, I knew I had to go do something.
Who was the first person you told you were going to box?
The first person?
Yeah. When it becomes a wild idea at this point. You hadn't done it in 10 plus years.
You know what? I had to find it. There was a little boxing gym in North, where was this place? It used to be a recreational center, but it wasn't a real boxing gym. I had to figure out how to get back to the, now the Southwest Boys Club had closed down. You know, my man used to own the Church Street station. It's no longer, his name is Bell. Was a superstar martial artist. Last name Bell, I don't know why this shit, you know, eludes me right now.
Yeah.
But everybody in Orlando know him.
Yeah.
Slim probably know him, but his name eludes me right now. But he was with, used to be a kickboxer. He fought Superfly Watson, all these guys. He was a champion kickboxer.
Okay.
His name was Bell from Orlando. I can't think of his name right now. It's crazy. And I'm sorry about that. But he sold that Church Street gym, and then I didn't know what was going on in Orlando at the time.
Michael Bell.
Michael Bell, right, Michael Bell.
I was going to say Mike Bell, but I ain't want to.
Michael Bell from Orlando. You know, Superfly Watson, this guy was a legend in the game.
Yeah.
You know, but man, when I tried to figure out what was going on in Orlando to try to get back to boxing, there was this one place that everybody was talking about. It's called the Frontline Outreach.
Okay.
And it was ran by C.R. Smith. You know, it was sort of like a Christian base, you know.
Gotcha.
You know, they had a little, you can go to Sunday school. They had a little church in the building, but they had a gym inside the building. Lou Harris was the head amateur coach. He had 2 sons that, you know, fought on the team, Vincent and Steve. So when I walk in, you know, they don't know me from a can of paint.
Yeah.
And I told him, you know, I used to box back in the day, man. I want to get back in it.
I want to know what that conversation.
Yeah. And so
they looking at you like, come
who
on,
is this
bro?
guy?
Yeah.
Right. You know, again now, I completed my 6-month program. So I'm good. You feel me now? You feel I'm good now. So I'm like, okay, what am I doing? This plan is still out here. I'm going. I'm going for it. Because when I got off that couch, I told myself, I'm going to get that gold medal that eluded Roy Jones Jr.
Bro, you did so much.
From being in the space I was at.
You won a gold at the Pan Ams.
Yep.
Pan American Games, man. If anybody that don't know, it's North America, all of the islands, all of the countries in South America. It's Cuba. A big deal. Cuba. This a big deal.
Yep.
How?
You got to understand, you know what I mean? Like, at every level.
Yeah.
I proved to be the best.
No. Here, let's talk X's and O's. because you playing catch up.
Mm-hmm.
What separated you from everybody else? Like, you know, at the Pan American Games and, you know, at all of those world tournaments.
Hungry.
Just hungry.
I was hungry, bro. I was hungry, bro. Like, I trained, I worked, I was focused, I was committed.
Yeah.
When you set your goal for a gold medal, bro, you know it ain't nothing else in between.
Yeah.
You gotta do everything that you think you need to do. So I approached it like that.
So it was guys down there that might have been a little faster, a little more power, something to set off from what you was bringing, but you were more hungry.
No, bro. After I got robbed at the 92 Eastern Olympic trials to a guy named Richard Barnes, after I beat him convincingly, you know, Montel Griffin was the representative in the light heavyweight division. In when was it? In 92.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the year I got robbed. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't get to the national, you know, Olympic trials, because if I would have won the nationals that year, which, you know, I think I won a bronze because Richard Barnes ended up losing to Anthony Stewart, and but that was the last time I ever lost in the nationals. I ever lost in America after that. Mm-hmm. You know, from that I went and just 93, 94, 95, I just ran away with everything because I think at that time I was just the best fighter in the division.
What was it that led you? Like, was it the jab? Was it the southpaw unconventional stance?
I was just mastering the southpaw stance, because when I came back, I told my coach at the time, Lou Harris, I'm a natural left-handed.
Yeah. And so
at that time, before I even had a fight to get back, I taught myself southpaw. Now I'm boxing from a different angle, you know. So I don't know how good I'm gonna be. You feel me? So my first time back was '89 PAL games, Florida PAL games. It wasn't the nationals, Florida PAL games. Yeah. No, I'm open. When I came back.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It was the
PAL,
PALs.
right?
Yeah.
I lose to a guy a white guy. I don't know what his name was. It eludes me now. Beat the guy to a pulp, bro.
Oh.
Beat the guy to a pulp, and they gave him the decision. I was discouraged then. I'm like, I almost thought about quitting at that time because I didn't want to go through the politics and the bullshit. You feel me? But at that time, Lou Harris was there. We all was, you know, getting the recognition at the time in the state of Florida. Mm-hmm. So his sons was getting some light. I was getting a little light. Mm-hmm. And I just felt like, bro, if I quit now, I'm never going to do nothing. I'm never going to be what I want to be or what I feel like God put in my heart to go out and accomplish. Yeah. So even though I was hurt, I got back, man. I said, you know what, I'm going to come back. Yeah. You know, and I think the next time I was out there was at the 93 Nationals. The 92 Nationals.
But you would have just went pro, right? You wasn't talking about quitting, but you weren't talking about quitting altogether. Right. Just stopping the amateurs because it was,
Exactly. Yeah. And going to pro. You know, back in the day, it was always noted that you had to go to the Olympics to be a qualified, credible professional. Sure. If you don't have that Olympic pedigree on you, they not really going to, feel like they wasn't bringing them out there like
you don't see the money.
Abdul back in the day. Mm-hmm. It's very rare that you'll get a fighter that didn't have Olympic pedigree, and this fighter became the face of boxing or the star of boxing. You know, so I felt like that was a necessity for me. Yeah. And then, if I would have turned pro, I don't know how my career would have gone.
Blessing in disguise.
With the bronze medal. Yeah. With all those accolades. Yeah. I turned pro. Yeah. Without a manager. I know. Or a promoter. Yeah. And after all that work I had did. Yeah. Up until the Olympics, all those championships, being the favorite to win gold. Mm-hmm. I wasn't just I was favored to win the gold.
You was favored to win gold.
You understand? It's different, bro.
Yeah, you were favored to win gold. I know you had won a gold at the World Championships too, right?
I'm coming off of beating this guy, Vasily Jurov.
Same guy.
4 months prior.
Yeah.
And you know, you got to go back and look at that tape, bro.
But like Roy was getting the love back home, being an Olympian, going for where he was going for out there in Korea. when it was your turn, you didn't receive that same kind of love?
Complete opposite.
TV and all that kind of stuff?
Complete opposite.
Yeah.
You know,
do you think it was it the
team? It was a mockery. I don't know what it was. It was a mockery made of my defeat.
Wow.
But if you go back and listen to one of the most, respected analysts in the game today, Al Bernstein. Yeah. He'll tell you how the fight went. Yeah. But when you don't have that machine behind you, Shawn, ain't nothing you can do. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. Because they could have easily told that story in the right light. So that's why, as a pro, I had a chip on my shoulder my whole career. Because after everything I showed them, and when it was my time to be appreciated, I ain't had nobody there. There wasn't no boxing promoters. And I'll never forget, I read an article where Gil Clancy said I was too old. I'll never amount to be a champion. And so I guess everybody took his word. But that hurt me, man. That hurt me bad. I wore the stars and stripes, bro.
How did you overcome that adversity?
I don't know if you ever overcome some things. Yeah. Some things you just stuck with.
Yeah. Wow.
You feel me?
Bro, I wasn't expecting that.
With, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when did it change?
Yeah.
When did it ever change?
It didn't. It hasn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but you see, with everything,
you show love, bro.
That's what I'm trying to tell.
You show love. Yeah. You show love.
And when you look at the game, I ain't really got no reason to, bro. Yeah. Because and it ain't nobody's fault because it's life sometimes. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's life, bro. And I take life as it comes. Yeah. I've accepted everything. And, it still hasn't changed me. And that's the beauty of it all.
You feel misunderstood?
I'm definitely misunderstood, bro. Of course.
Yeah. That kind of was my goal today.
I think I'm misunderstood.
My goal today was
because if people understood me, things would be a lot different.
That was like my goal today was show Antonio the Magic Man Tarver in a light that people would come to understand him and who he is and why he is the way that he is.
That might be a process, and that process might, it's a process.
Yeah.
But there are some things that now that we have all these platforms and stuff, there's so many things that we can do to get the real story out. Yeah. And, my hashtag is the greatest story never told because I truly believe it is, Shawn. You see athletes alike. When they fall from grace. Yeah. They fall from grace. Yeah. How many of you start from here?
It's never
and don't
Yeah.
You fall and you already in the grave. Yeah. You gotta come from 6 feet under to even get on the surface. Yeah. You see what I mean? So
what did we miss about Antonio Tarver in the boxing ring? What did people miss that makes them not appreciate what you were in the ring?
I just think it's a lot of things, but the one thing is this: I'm him, bro.
Yeah. You've been saying that.
Bro, I'm that. Yeah. I'm that dude, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I want everybody to understand.
Do you think you got that point across to everyone before you retired?
Of course not, because I didn't finish what I started. Yeah. I didn't finish what I started, bro. Yeah. My last I retired in 2015. My last loss was to Chad Dawson, a decision. That happened in 2009. So from 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I haven't lost a fight. But I ain't really had no opportunities to do nothing either. Yeah. I was undefeated as a heavyweight and cruiserweight champion. But you got to understand, I couldn't get the guys to fight me, bruh. The guys that, after I beat Roy Jones, I couldn't get nobody to fight me, bruh. Every time I fought somebody, it was, Hopkins got away, the rematch, that could have changed the history of the history, but they knew that. Yeah. That's why it wasn't no rematch. Yeah. It's a lot of things, bro, but how you don't get a rematch? Yeah. Let's figure this out. You know boxing.
How you don't get a rematch?
Hold on.
I'm
gonna talk. You just rock with me, right? I beat Roy Jones the third time.
Yeah.
I'm the unified champ.
Real quick. I thought you won the first fight.
Thank you.
And I'm not saying that because I know, you know how you feel about the fight. You watched the fight back, so on and so forth. But I analyzed those 3 fights. Then I'm going to tell you what I saw. I want to hear from you real quick. And I'm going to try to be quick with it, too. The first fight, you came at this man every single round like you was hungry. I was like, yo, they got the job done. You know? If it wasn't the work rate, if it wasn't the punches landed, how didn't I get the job done?
Man.
But then in the second fight, it's like you laid back. Why that adjustment between the first fight going after him and then the second fight being a little bit more, laid back?
Well, the first fight, obviously, I knew who I was in the ring with.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. And a lot of people today don't understand who Roy Jones Jr. was.
Yeah.
They don't. And they'll never.
Uh-huh.
They'll never tell it like it is. You feel me? But who the hell they was comparing Roy Jones to, bro, before I met him? Who? Sugar Ray Robinson, bro. And it wasn't even close. You heard me?
So you talking smoke and mirrors right now.
Oh, I'm talking truth.
Yeah.
They'll never understand how good that man was. You know what I mean? But you can look at after me.
Yeah.
And you can look at before me.
Yeah, ain't the same.
You understand? But all the things I had to do to even get the fight, Shawn, and again, God worked in mysterious ways, because if Roy would have fought me when he was supposed to fight me, I couldn't have beat him then. I couldn't have beat him then. But he gave me enough time to get right.
Yeah.
And after I avenged that loss to Eric Harding, wasn't nobody beating me after that, bro.
Yeah.
Because I had came full circle. You understand? And Eric Harding was a puzzle. That was a puzzle. When you look at the risk I took in my career, bro, to prove that I was the best, no fighters doing that shit today. No. Ain't no fighters doing that today. I had to roll the dice a lot of times. You feel me? What if I don't win the rematch with Roy? What if I don't win the rematch with Eric Harding?
Yeah.
What if I don't win the rematch with Glenn Johnson?
Hold up, though. You thought you won the first fight. Did you feel like I got to do something different?
I told the world I had to do something different.
Yeah.
I told everybody that would listen, I'm knocking Roy Jones out, bro.
But outside of that, I
told everybody to listen.
Yeah.
Not that I had to.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't go back to the scorecards. I knew that, and everybody in the world knew that.
But you knew that pressuring him and being on top of him wasn't the way to get the job done. That first fight, there's plenty of
the first fight we trained.
Yeah.
We trained to match Jones, to outbox him, outfight him, match him skill for skill, talent for talent, and beat him at his own game.
Yeah.
I thought I did that.
Yeah.
Second fight, they made every excuse in the book. Now, it ain't going to be no more excuses. That's how I train. I was different, bro. Different than any fighter Roy Jones ever stepped in the ring with. From James, Tony to Hopkins to all of them, they know that. Because something inside of me, I knew I was the only man that can do it, Shawn.
Yeah.
And I told my Olympic teammates back in 1995, if I can't do it, it can't be done. Because I knew what was inside of me, bro. That's why, Roger Mayweather, that's why I'm always underrated, because they don't know shit about boxing. Because if they did, they'll have that shit right, bro. You know what I mean? But I think I proved and I sought out to do what I wanted to do in boxing other than win the heavyweight title. Yeah. That was my last goal.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, Shawn, that might have been the worst thing I ever did. It's utter that shit out of my mouth. Because everything I said I was going to do, I did it. I did it, bruh. I ain't know how I got to Hollywood and Rocky Balboa, but I knew I was going to get there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sly.
Yeah.
But so, I think sometimes God just in control, bruh. But you got to see him. And like I said, when he gave me that vision, I never let it go. You know how many people try to talk me out of that?
I'm over here like,
come on,
bro. I was over here like, who didn't try to talk?
Try to make me believe differently, and that's all I had to do was put that thought in my head that wasn't for me, and I can't succeed. I can't win.
Wow.
You feel me? I had to believe that shit, bro, and I did it.
I asked you yesterday what your day-to-day is like. Because for you to have this kind of brain, this kind of energy and function the way that you function, it sounds like you manifest a lot of things. Sounds like you if you get fixated on something, you're going to do whatever it takes to get to it. Is it hard being Antonio Tarver?
I don't know any other way to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just wish people saw, man, like, bruh, I changed the game one time.
Yeah.
I can change the game again.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From the corner.
Yeah.
From the corner, bro.
Yeah.
From the corner.
Yeah.
I can change the game again.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, bro, this is the type of frequency. I know how much. I know this energy. I know this energy that I possess. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Mm-hmm. It already changed the game. Because if it wasn't for that energy, we would never see PBC. You see what I'm saying? That was the energy that drew everybody. I can change the game again from in the corner, bro.
Yeah.
And I never was able to give this energy to the fighters of the last 10 years. Yeah. They never felt this shit. Yeah. You feel it? You see it right there, bro.
All the time.
I ain't got, get next to me, bro. And look me in my eye.
Yeah.
You tell me what go through you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, see, we ain't got to fake it, play about it.
Yeah.
You got it or you don't.
Yeah.
I got it.
You think fighters need you. They need somebody that's going to pull it out.
Bro, look at them.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Ooh.
So when somebody going to figure that out?
Yeah.
When somebody going to figure that out? That I could be the missing piece to the whole puzzle.
Yeah. Wow.
Because when you look at what's up in here, bro, come on, man. I showed you what you can do.
Oh, yeah.
You talk about the blueprint.
Oh, yeah.
You talk about the blueprint.
Yeah.
Come on, I showed the blueprint, and everybody copied it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
If you give me a fighter, and you tell me to break that fighter down, I can tell you every way to beat that fighter. I can tell you his weaknesses. I can tell you his strengths, even if it's an emotional strength or a mental strength.
You'd rather be in the corner than ringside calling the fight.
I do both, bro, at a high level.
Yeah.
But when I'm calling the fight, I'm in the fight.
Yeah.
I'm really in the fight.
Yeah.
And I feel and I see things before the shit even happen. You feel me? Because it's always a feeling. You just got to have them antennas up. So this is the type of energy that I'm trying to have these fighters tapped in, because everybody on the surface, bro, they ain't getting deep enough, bro. Everybody on the surface. You can't hardly train these fighters these days. When shit get tough, everybody want to...
Injury.
You feel me? Come on, bro. But no, this is what's going... You're going to be able to perform on that stage when you get on.
Can't nobody handle you, bro.
Fight the best fight that you...
Can't nobody handle this.
You understand? You're going to have the best performance.
You're going to have to dumb it down. Can't nobody handle this.
How we going to dumb it down? That'd be like... I think I can speak everybody's language.
Yeah.
That's what gives me a unique talent and ability. I can speak everybody's language, bro. You feel me?
Wow.
They can relate. And then I can show and demonstrate.
Yeah.
See, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Once you get these fighters to understand that it makes sense, it'll be easier to absorb. Easier to absorb, bro.
Yeah. Why haven't you tried maybe even going back to the Olympic program?
Because it starts there.
Yeah.
It really does. It starts there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
opposed.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Yeah.
You feel me? I know, the people that are over it. I wouldn't be opposed to that, because I think my whole job is, bro, I just want to give back.
Yeah.
I want to touch these young fighters.
Yeah.
You feel me? Just like Jimmy Williams touched me. Because Jimmy Williams' soul, bro, his energy, spirit, is all inside of me. all inside of me amongst other people. So this is what I'm trying to hand these guys.
Yeah.
And we can see the results, Shawn.
Yeah.
That don't mean everybody gonna win. That don't mean everybody gonna reach their full. They're gonna reach their full potential, but their full potential might not be where they really think it is. And we're gonna have to accept that too. But I'm just tired of seeing these great fighters underperform.
We've seen it time and time again.
Underperform.
Yeah.
That's when I got a problem with it, bro. Because all you need is the lessons. Let somebody get in there, take your time, one-on-one, you know, and a lot of times it ain't even got to be drills. It can just be conversation like we having now. Yeah. You know, we training right now just by communicating.
We got a question they wanted me to ask. Why didn't that Brenagh Hopkins rematch happen?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. Let's get to it.
I didn't think you knew why.
I'm coming off of Rocky Balboa. Now, I'm a little distracted from the game of boxing. I'm over here.
Sure.
Now, I ain't really tapped into what's going on, but you know they working.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah. So after all of that, I get an offer, right? About a month before we getting ready to wrap everything up, I get an offer. You feel me? And I ain't never turned down no fight.
Yeah.
Because everybody they come to me with and ask me to fight, I can see myself winning. What the hell I'm turning down a fight for? But the fight didn't make no sense, son, if you look at it. Why I'm fighting Brenagh Hopkins for? He's not in my weight. In fact, he's 2 weights down from me. He's coming off of 2 losses, Shawn, to Jermaine Taylor. I'm the unified light heavyweight champion. I just was on the big screen as Mason the Lion Dixon. And this is my next fight in the game, and at everything I'm giving Hopkins, he's moving up 2 weight classes. You know, he's coming off of 2 losses. What I'm doing in the ring with him?
Yeah.
And you mean to tell me I can't get no rematch? So when you think about that and you know the business, and you know how treacherous the business can be, it don't take a rocket science to know why.
How it worked for you though? Cause you a talker. People just wasn't answering the phone. People wasn't opening up the doors.
I ain't saying people wasn't doing nothing. All I'm saying is that when you look at it, I should have been at least awarded a rematch.
Yeah, of course. But when it comes time to have the conversation,
brother,
how did they duck you is what I'm asking you.
That shit was already done.
Yeah.
See, because if...
Oh, they done mandated something
Bro, if
else,
I get the rematch,
yeah,
I can straighten it out. Yeah. But if I don't get the rematch, I can't never fix it. You see what I'm saying? So now, you feel me? It's the same thing Cat Williams was talking about the other day, bro. You think that shit don't go on in boxing?
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time.
Okay, so I feel like there was a lot of mystery surrounding that fight.
You talked to him about it?
I ain't talked to him about it.
No, you never talked to him about it.
I never talked to him about it. I believe it was a lot of mystery. And somebody know.
Of course.
Somebody really do know.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't never had no issue with nobody in New Jersey. Why every time I go to New Jersey, it's a situation. You see what I'm saying? I'm boxing. I'm a professional boxer. I ain't got nothing. I ain't personally involved with nobody.
Yeah.
But my team.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, when I think about that fight, bro, and then I think about how I looked in that fight.
Yeah.
Go back and watch it, Shawn. Carefully.
It ain't.
Come on, bro.
I mean, it's you away from the game. You did the movie. You gained weight for the movie. I mean, the math is there. The thing is, why don't we get the rematch?
When a man giving you a lifeline, man throwing out the olive branch. Come on, bro. But you can remember after that, that's when they tagged Hopkins. They tagged him. They branded him. They made him this living legend. You see? And they elevated him. You feel me? And I'm not saying he wasn't deserving all that. And I'm not saying I can't lose to Hopkins on the day. But Hopkins never outclassed me in a boxing match. Outclassed the Olympian?
Yeah.
So the fight never made sense to me.
Yeah.
It never did.
The first one didn't make sense.
I'm talking about Hopkins.
Yeah.
It never made sense to me.
Yeah.
The fight itself.
Yeah.
And not to mention, you cut me off from ever having a rematch as if you knew the results of the fight before we even fought, bro. Yeah.
How you feel about that? Like everybody, you fight somebody, then you get to move on, and then the loser goes down. You know what I mean? Like it seems like that's what boxing is, man.
I mean, I just wish it. Yeah, if the winner always have to advance.
Yeah.
But it's how he won. It's how he won.
Some circumstances.
You know, a lot of times, like you gotta understand who the machine is behind, because that's the difference. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. Mm-hmm. The machine was behind Roy. When I knocked Roy out, HBO was gone within a couple years. Mm-hmm. HBO gone out of boxing because they didn't have no plans for nobody outside of Roy Jones. That was it. They put all their eggs in a basket. But me and Hopkins, bruh, out of being a sportsman, I think we got unfinished business, because if he didn't know about that big plot or play, then I don't see what the problem is with a rematch when the guy giving you the olive branch.
You trying to fight him?
I mean,
you done?
Exit. Look at me. Shawn,
you done, right?
Bro,
I mean, the energy don't.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly, but if I was to get in shape and train,
yeah.
You don't think at 55 years old, first of all, you don't think at 55 years old I can do something that no man my age has ever done?
You sure as hell seem like it. I'm going to start there.
Hold on. Look as good as anyone has at that age. But that ain't what they want to show everybody. That ain't what they want to put on display. Because the one thing they don't want to say, and I always say they, because we don't know who they is. Khaled told you that.
They is what it is.
But we know they exist.
Yeah.
Right? They knew they was wrong about me, but they never wanted to be wrong about me. Mm-hmm. They wanted to be right about me. But it don't fit. It don't fit, bro. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a team player, bro. I have a genuine care for people.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I ain't no hater. Never had a hating bone in my body, bro.
You know, you speak your mind.
Don't know how to feel jealous. Don't know an envy spirit. Don't know that. Because I've never had to do that, bro. You feel me? Maybe I'm self-absorbed or whatever, but I ain't never really cared to be, feeling like that about.
Sure.
I applaud. I can stand on any stage and do this, bro. I don't have an issue with
It's
that.
like I said, you always show love. I've seen you at the Hall of Fame so many times, Lord, so many times, and you represent yourself well, you represent the sport well, and it don't matter who going in. Like, you show mad love.
And when you think about that, and you think about everything I accomplished, how is it that it never translated to the business of boxing? How is that? Communicating skills.
Yeah.
This is what they should be putting out there as an example for these young guys. As a blueprint. That's how you do it, bro. 23 years in the game, and you get out looking like this, bro.
You got me like I use a Tarver. I'm befuddled right now. I'm befuddled.
Why did it never transfer to the business of boxing?
I am befuddled.
When I could have helped so many, and still can help
so
many fighters, bro.
Yeah.
My goal is to build in Tampa the structure to house, train, and prepare for any training camp, for any fighters that want to be involved.
Yeah.
Come down and get these lessons, bro.
Yeah.
And if you don't become a better fighter, I'm not the magic man.
Yeah.
I can teach these guys what I know, bro.
Yeah.
Show these guys what it takes. Now, it takes you. I can take you to the well, but I can't make you drink.
You gonna drown somebody though. Look, you.
Yeah. if you don't drink when we get there, I'm just gonna let go. You feel me?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you when you get this going, I'm gonna tell fighters, go on down there, man. Be ready to drown.
Be ready to work.
Be ready to work.
Be ready to work. Be ready to set goals.
Yeah.
And be ready to commit to what we doing.
Wow.
You feel me? And like I'm gonna tell you, bro, like it's not easy, but when you find a fighter that you ain't gotta push, that he's willing to push himself, that's the type of fighter I want. Because there's no limits to what we can do.
Yeah.
But if I gotta push you, drag you, and you ain't self-motivated, bro, I feel like I'm gonna be wasting my time.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But we both gotta want this. I know how to get there. I did it 5 times.
Yeah.
I got the blueprint.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And I can also help with promotions. Who can promote a fight better than me? When it comes down to it.
Yeah.
When it truly comes down to it. You feel me? Your trainer gotta know you just as well as he gotta know your opponent as well as he know you. To be a great trainer, you feel me? Because that's the only time you're gonna be able to get the right information between rounds. If you know what this guy trying to do, and you know how to, give him something to think about.
Yeah.
And so you know what you're gonna be preparing for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. So why aren't these guys getting the right game plan?
Yeah.
How you see a guy come out here and fight the wrong game plan? That's insane.
Yeah.
If you gonna lose fighting the right game plan, giving yourself the best chance to win.
Yeah.
And then you can say, you know what? That man was the better man tonight.
Pick a fight that you feel like somebody fought the wrong style or the wrong game plan.
See, I don't want to throw nobody under the bus. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try somebody that ain't going to even get offended if I do that. I'm going to try to see if I can fought the wrong style. Okay, Wilder, for instance. And I know everybody, but when I look at Wilder, okay, I'm gonna just do this. Maybe you can see now.
My couch clean.
No, this is just
it's clean, y'all.
I'm OCD, but listen. Wilder got all the natural power in the world, right? When I put Wilder under the microscope, I think it's his breathing that hurts him a lot, or his inability to breathe and relax while fighting. That's a skill set. That's an art.
I tell my guy, when he starts a fight, he's not comfortable.
He gets hit.
He's got to get comfortable. It takes him 2-3 rounds to get comfortable.
You can teach that.
Yeah.
But it has to be a process. You understand? Being comfortable in the ring, you got to relax in order to be comfortable. A lot of guys don't know how to relax when it comes down to their breathing apparatus. They panic when they get hit. It's a lot of things nerve-wise that's going on. You calm that down. You calm that down. Work on flow.
Yeah.
Work on flow.
Yeah.
Throw combination. You, as big as Wilder is, he don't have to load up the punch, but he doesn't know that because he ain't been shown that. You feel me? Tight fist, tight wrist. Yeah. And you don't have to burn so much energy when you turn those punches over right.
Yeah.
Hands up.
Yeah.
All the time. Look at the Roy Jones fight. My hands is up. You got to stay in your form. These are nuggets and gems that, when I say stay in your form, don't lose your form because the judges are watching.
Yeah.
That's what the judges look for when you're out of form. So you can tighten up your situation from a mental standpoint. Yeah. You see what I mean? And now, once you do it a couple of times, it comes a habit. Yeah. It becomes natural. Yeah. You just got to get to that stage.
Do you miss commentating?
I miss commentating a lot. Yeah, because I think it's needed. It's missing.
You do the Tarver's takes. Is that kind of like your way of getting it out?
Giving back, yeah.
Yeah, getting it out.
Tarver's take on YouTube, man. Please like, subscribe, comment. I read all the comments. I can't get back to all of them, but it's been great because of the response. Man, go read some of those comments. Everybody ain't lying, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And when people say they feel me, they feel me. That means from what I'm saying all the way in Florida, reaching them through the YouTube, through YouTube. You see what I mean? And I'm just calling it like I see it. I ain't got no horse in the race.
That's why people like
it. Bro, I call it like I see it.
Yeah.
But I have a love for American fighters. Naturally.
It is what it is.
Naturally.
It is what it is. Yeah.
I want to see us win. I want to see us succeed.
Yeah.
Because those are the footsteps that I made. I was hoping that these guys follow those same footsteps.
Sure.
If it can help them.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's all I'm trying to do, man. I think I deserve a position in the game with having so much to give and being willing to give. A lot of people don't have the personality to be willing to give, bro. You feel me? So, you know.
Where'd that come from?
Being a provider, man. 3 sisters.
Yeah.
Being the guy that had to do it all.
That's your nature.
Was expected to do it all and did it all.
Yeah, that's your nature.
I ain't turn away from that responsibility. Yeah. You feel me?
I gotta ask you about your son. What's the disconnect there? What do you think is the disconnect there? Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, man, I talked to your daddy, bro.
Yeah.
I talked to your daddy, and I got a lot of insight. Yeah. Cause y'all did it.
Yeah.
You trusted your daddy.
50% of that was true.
50%.
52%. 78% was true. 78.
And you know what? You don't have to always agree.
Yeah.
You don't have to always agree.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, there should be no way for you to misinterpret the fact that we're in this fight together.
Sure.
You see what I mean?
Sure.
That should never get misconstrued in conversation.
Yeah.
I'm in this with you together, bro.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is hold my hand.
Yeah. Do you look at what you guys have been through as fighter and coach? Does that either give you motivation or pull you away from wanting to train other people? You know, almost like if I can't do it with him, can I do it?
No, that's not.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm glad you asked me that.
Yeah.
That's not the case.
Okay.
But in my mind, I can only see it one way. You feel me? Junior was supposed to start this shit. He was supposed to start everything. Because I want him to be the first one out to shoot. You feel me? But I can't fight for nobody. All I can do is tell you, give you advice. You either take it or you don't.
Yeah.
But this advice coming from a good place, the right place.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And so my thing is, how can't you see that?
Yeah.
How can't you see that, bro?
Yeah.
How can't you see that? You know what? You in your own way, bro.
Yeah.
Because I've been waiting on you. I've been waiting on you to get your head together.
Yeah.
But if it ain't for you, son, I love you still, brother. Same. I ain't never forced you to box.
Sure.
I never asked you to box.
Sure.
You said you wanted to fight. I told you that this is what it takes. Because I don't want to see you get your ass in there and get hit all upside the head, get cut, get hurt, get knocked out, and get ruined.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you this. If that light bulb ever go off, the game in trouble, bro.
Yeah. He that nice.
But he got to want that shit. I already did it.
He that nice.
He
What's
that
his
nice.
weight?
154?
Yeah, that's what I thought, 54.
He that nice when we together.
Yeah.
He that nice when we together.
Yeah.
See, with me, I can see 5 years from now. I can work right now and know I'm going to be 5 years from now. That's a gift.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't see that far.
100%. Yeah.
A lot of people can't see that far.
Same thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I told you yesterday that you will have a lot of similarities with Terrence Crawford. Talking to you right now today, I recognize we have a lot of similarities too. But when you watch Crawford, do you look at him as that's me?
No, not that's me.
Not that's me.
Not that's me.
You know,
I ain't saying that.
No. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I want to.
But man, believe it, I see a lot of me in Crawford, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A lot of me in Crawford.
Yeah,
His approach.
Yeah.
The way he see other fighters.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I credited him to this, man. I say it all over. I don't care. I seen him at a fight one time. He was at a PBC fight, and thought this was a cool question. I was like, "Yo, what's up, man? What you doing here?" He said, man, what you mean I'm doing here? I said, this PBC fight, man. What you doing here? He said, man, I love boxing. If it's a good fight, I'm going to it.
And when you said that, you said it's a PBC fight. Why? I created a cult, guys. I created a real cult with this PBC boxing, man.
How?
You feel me?
How?
You just said
I feel like I created it. I was a part of the creation of
but listen,
PBC.
what you said. You said, what are you doing here? Yeah. It's a PBC fight.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. And it's like the energy
you
is
used to
like
say,
that.
Yeah.
The energy is like, it wasn't never supposed to. You feel me?
No, I mean, boxing ain't supposed to be like that.
What I don't like is this. When you got one of our fighters up, like a Devin Haney or, Abdul, some of the most popular fighters, if anything go wrong with those fighters, it's our type that be the first one to go in. And I'm like, why is that? Mm-hmm. And they all on the same banner. It be the PBC fighters for the most part. And I don't get that. I don't understand that. It was all about, being a team, family, and helping each other. Yeah. You feel me? That's what it was supposed to be all about. Yeah. The unity of it all. Yeah. Everybody working together in sequence. Yeah. And I just wish that attitude could change. Yeah. Everybody's supposed to be feeding off everybody, bruh. Why I gotta take you out? Why we both can't go? Mm-hmm. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Support. That's what it's all about. And if you get in there and lay it all on the line, if a guy beat your ass, take it. You feel me? Don't take it personal, but hey, we should always be able to do like this and hug at the end of a fight.
100.
And go out and relax, and do all that.
100. You're sweaty.
I told you.
What's wrong with you?
It gets hot.
What's wrong with you?
It gets hot around
No, you get hot, man. You gotta calm down.
No, but that's what it is, Shawn. Like, man, it's a beautiful game. I've been in this shit so many years, bro, since I was 10 years old.
You didn't love it when you was young, right?
I loved it.
You did love it when you were young.
Every bit of it.
What is it? I love
At the time, it was winning trophies, man. Bringing them trophies home and making my mom proud. Yeah. Having that display for the whole neighborhood to come by and see. You feel me? Yeah. I was in the papers when I was 12, 13 years old. That was a big deal. That was a big deal.
My dad would take us to the newspaper and practically make them write an article on us.
So your dad knew the game. He was ahead of the game.
100.
Yeah, 100. Marketing and branding. He knew how to do it.
100, yeah. And then, of course, as you got older, I know obviously we know about the gold medal. It was all about the gold medal. But then when you turn pro, you're still dealing with the same BS you dealt with in the amateurs in terms of the politics.
But it was a saying back in the day after Sugar Ray Leonard, the Spinks brothers, Michael Spinks, Leon Spinks. Bruh, it's their duty to look out. That's like you're a franchise when you're an Olympian. Mm-hmm. You're a part of a big puzzle, bruh. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. No Olympian shouldn't have to do the things I had to go through to get in the sport that I trained and worked in, bro. Yeah. Because when you're an Olympian, you set yourself apart from everyone. Yeah. And I wasn't just no regular Olympian, bro. Yeah. I was a star. So I got, I think, bro, I sometimes think they probably never wanted me to turn pro. They didn't want me to turn pro at all. I don't know, bro. Like, I should have had more help getting off the ground than I did. Thank God Jimmy Williams knew Brad Jacobs that works right now with Top Rank. Yeah. Brad Jacobs used to work with Tuesday Night Fights. He was an executive over there. Okay. Well, Brad was worked with Phil Alessi in Tampa. And my trainer, Jimmy Williams, was the head coach. Okay. He trained Joey Gamage, trained the Beast Mugabe. Wow. Jimmy trained a lot of fighters in Florida, but Jimmy didn't get the credit or respect he deserved until I got in the game. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. And I put him in there and let everybody know, look, no, this the guy. Yeah. This the guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Jimmy was beautiful though, bro. He taught me a lot. Yeah. He used to tell me all the time, you got to remind these guys who you are, bro. Mm-hmm. You got to remind these guys because they forget. They got short-term memory. You got short-term memory, Shawn. Yeah. I ain't never say I was better than nobody. I'm different. Yeah. You admit that. Yeah. I'm different. That don't make me better. But, bro, use me. I know this shit. Yeah. I know this boxing. Yeah. Huh. You feel me, bro? For real. And I just don't want to see these fighters continue to get on that stage and underperform, bro.
Sure.
When we going to see these guys overperform?
Yeah.
Do something that we didn't expect on the positive side.
Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence.
You feel me? Yeah. Terrence was one that stood out. He did that. Because that, on paper, was an even fight.
Yeah.
And say what you will, when Terrence was faced with an even fight, he elevated.
Sure.
And so how high can he take that ceiling? Yeah. We need to find out.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really much there other than unless some other fighters show themselves other than Ennis, how Crawford's going to get those type of fights that he's really looking for.
Mm-hmm.
The type of fights that he should be drawing in, being the pound for pound king.
I feel like with you and with your career it's almost like time can't you fought against time. You know what I mean? Certain fights you were supposed to get, the Roy fight, you were supposed to get that fight earlier. Time was really like.
Well, they say timing is everything.
Yeah.
They say timing is everything. I was putting some pressure on their ass though, Shawn.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Who invited me to the party?
Yeah. We got a
good thing going over here.
We got to get you to the party again, man.
We got a good thing going over here.
Yeah.
Don't mess up what we got.
Yeah.
But in order to become who I had to become, I had to go through Roy. Sure. And that was the only unfortunate situation. Sure. Because God knows, when I saw Roy Jones on TV in 1988, I would, he wasn't my rival. You can say he was my idol, probably.
In the moment, yeah.
But when they say you make it when your idol becomes your rival.
Ooh.
But I mean, that was all God, bro. When you look at how our careers parallel and our life has paralleled throughout Florida, through Olympics, and to the pros.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
It's a movie, bro.
You feel like, I know a lot of people, when they talk about Antonio Tarver, they talk about the Roy Jones knockout. You ever feel like that is what that's the only thing people know about and care about when it comes to Antonio Tarver?
I've done a lot more than that, but
yeah, no, I mean,
I understand why.
Yeah,
you gotta understand why.
That was.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And I gotta take my hat off to that. I mean, Roy did it.
Yeah.
And Roy was man enough to step back in that ring.
Yeah.
A lot of people wasn't, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people wasn't. And
I thought he outboxed in the third fight.
Yeah. Huh?
Huh?
You thought he outboxed me?
What'd you say?
I'm trying to hear what you said.
What'd you say?
We can watch that tape if you want right now, but okay. You thought he what?
Dude, I'm like, Roy won that round. Roy won that round.
What round was that?
A lot of them. It was a lot of them.
I can't, we can watch it, but I don't think, third round, the third fight. I'm going to tell you the difference.
It could be me.
Okay, what you're saying is the first fight.
No. I'm talking about the third fight, and it could be me. Based on the energy, I'm telling you, bro, like I want to.
Now, Shawn, I done sat over here and watched you be wrong before. I done watched you be wrong a few times.
When?
And your ass dead ass wrong
Since
right
when?
now. Talking about the third fight, I controlled everything.
Listen.
Now, you got to go back and watch defense.
Listen, I seen the first fight. You went at this man every single round. I was like, yo, you don't do it. You're doing it. You did it.
Right.
Thought it was done. The second fight, you came out. You weren't hesitant. You were waiting. You were looking.
I was going for the knockout.
But you was waiting. So you was waiting on the perfect punch.
I was going for the knockout.
Waiting on the perfect punch.
Not waiting at all. I was doing what I had to do. I just wasn't doing no moving around.
Right.
I was focused.
Not a lot of punches.
Not a lot of punches.
Yeah.
There was the right punches.
People going for the knockout throwing punches.
No, the right punches. I'm setting
That's
it up.
what I just said.
The right punches. You said a lot of punches.
No.
Setting it up.
No, but I said you was waiting on the right punch.
Waiting? It was only the second round. How much do I have to hide? What I'm waiting on? It's the second round. So I wasn't waiting. But again, the first round is what? A fill-out round?
For some.
Okay, we felt them out.
I don't feel out.
We felt them out. And guess what my trainer told me?
What'd he say?
You giving them too much. You showing them too much respect.
What'd I say? I just said that in a different way.
I don't think I was. I don't think I was. Maybe Buddy thought I could have been a little bit more aggressive in the first fight, but the first round.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I needed him to light that torch.
Yeah.
And that got it done.
That sequence right there was
it. That was it.
That sequence right there was what that exactly what that was.
That was it.
Yeah.
You know, because he really All he did is light that fire.
Yeah.
Like,
was that
after that first round?
Was that that punch that you landed? Was that something y'all had trained for?
That particular punch? How
not
can you train for that? Like,
not the punch, but I analyzed it, and he throws a punch, and you go down, and then you step forward, and we know now the tendency that Roy has. He pulls straight back. We already know that. We already know he's gonna pull straight back, but we know that he'll pull straight back, and then he'll take another step back. You close the distance, so he did the pull back. Antt took a step back, and you closed the distance and came with the punch. So was closing the distance that way, was that something that y'all had trained for?
I can't say I trained for that. That might have just been something. That was a reaction.
That was unique.
It was a unique reaction.
That was, yeah.
But I saw everything I needed to see.
Yeah.
And when I look back at that tape, if I don't step in, I never land him. I never land a punch.
Yeah.
But the way I stepped in was like I came with all that motion.
And you stayed
the
low.
Momentum.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's what with that twerk, boom, it was a
But
perfect
anybody
shot.
that questions why that punch knocked him out, number one, would you say I landed it on the
kisser?
On the kisser.
Right on the kisser. Perfect
but
shot.
also
he was leaning back too.
The momentum of how you threw the punch.
I twerked that.
And I think that if anything, that's really a prime example of in boxing. I was having this conversation about power and how it connects to knockouts and things like that. I said, number one, you got to understand that the where you land that punch has a lot to do with how much power a fighter has. Also, the trajectory, how they deliver that blow, right. Also depends a lot. So I mean, that was what made you what you say. I'm that guy. That right there is why you can always say I'm that guy. You know.
Yeah, I set a goal, man. I believed in it. I told everybody that would listen, and it worked out for me, man. And
but the third fight.
The third fight, yeah.
Could be me.
It is you.
Could be me.
It is you.
Wanting to see Roy come back. You know what I mean? And I think he did. He showed energy every single round. He showed energy every single round. And so I think that, you know, there's just this thing of Roy. I can see the intent in his eyes and things of that nature. And so, I mean, you know, I could be looking at it from a slightly different lens, not of that of a true judge of the fight, but more so just, you know.
It was a heated fight.
Yeah,
it was
heated to
ebb and flow
every round,
like a real great fight supposed to.
Yeah.
Ebb and flow. See, they can go back and look at these trilogies, bro. It's truly one of the greatest trilogies of boxing history. Yeah. When you look at the talent and the skill set that's in that ring. Yeah. Between me and Roy. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. Because don't think I had to have the ability, skill set, and the talent to compete. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Because if I didn't have that, naturally, there's no way I could have competed with Roy Jones. And after the fact, everybody felt that they can compete with Roy Jones. But nobody felt that way before me. Yeah. Nobody. It was already a forgone thought, bro. You feel me? Yeah. They wasn't messing with that boy. Yeah. Boy was a killer for real. Yeah. And if I didn't do it, Shawn, he'd still be out there today on top of the world, on top of the game.
Who is the best fighter you've been in the ring with?
Roy Jones Jr. beyond the shout, but he didn't give me my toughest times. Yeah. He was the greatest fighter, but Eric Harding gave me my toughest times. Yeah. Yeah. Because he was a long, rangy southpaw that could box. Yeah, the puzzle. Power.
Yeah, the puzzle.
I'm looking at a mirror of myself.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But even in that rematch, Shawn, okay, if Roy would have fought me the first time, he win a close decision, nobody ever say anything. But when I beat Eric Harding, it's the guy that broke my jaw beating. Yeah. Now you got to understand how that fight came about to really, truly understand what makes me the Magic Man.
Go ahead, Magic.
Tell me how many fighters a loser eliminator to a guy, get your jaw broke. Yeah.
What round was the jaw?
9th round.
Yeah.
That's when the fight changed.
I know you fought
the 9th round. Yeah. And so, but the rematch came after him and Roy fought. He got his shot at Roy. He got his shot at Roy right in Tampa. I go back and win my mandatory status back. I'm the mandatory challenger now for Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
But when it was time to negotiate that fight, we negotiated about a month, a couple of days, a couple of weeks. And then we get a notice from the IBF that they have ordered another mandatory fight. Guess who the mandatory with now? Eric Harding, the same guy that beat me.
Yeah.
The same guy that beat me now. Yeah. I've already went back and won the mandatory, but they're going to stick another roadblock in my way. Mm-hmm. But I had to think about that because that was my first time on HBO.
That fight really helped, though. The way that,
I'm going to just tell you about
no, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
The risk involved.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had already earned my mandatory status back. After Roy Jones and Eric Harding fought, all I had to do is wait about 3-4 months. I'm going to get my shot. Mm-hmm. After Eric Harding, who was my toughest, only loss on my record, they offered me like $150,000. At that time, I hadn't seen that kind of money up until that point. Mm-hmm. But the kicker was, you're going to be co-featured on HBO for the whole world to see. Mm-hmm. First time now. But I had to go have a conversation with myself, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm risking it all now.
Yeah.
How many fighters would have took that fight, bro? How many fighters, world-class fighters, would have took that fight knowing that this the man that beat you and kept you from the Roy Jones fight in the first place? Yeah. He go fight Roy. Yeah. Lose. I go win the mandatory. Yeah. I beat, two-time champion from Houston. God, my man, I'm looking right at him. Right hook. I can't think of his name, but
Montel Griffin?
No, right hook from Houston.
Reggie Johnson?
He knocked out William Guthrie.
Reggie Johnson?
Reggie Johnson.
Oh, Reggie.
But I fight Reggie Johnson, bro.
Reggie?
I fight Reggie Johnson. First time I ever got dropped from a punch, right? Mm-hmm. But it was like in slow motion. Hit me with that same right hook he catch everybody with. Mm-hmm. And I just went down in slow motion. My butt touched, and I come right back. I get an 8 count. And I even win that round. But I didn't even know I was in his hometown, bro. It's just tell you how I take risks not even knowing. Yeah. Reggie Johnson from Chicago. Mm-hmm. They booked us a fight in Chicago. Mm-hmm. I accept the fight, bro. 12 round, NABF, something, number 1 contender. Yeah. I win the fight. Yeah. I win the fight. So they tell me now, I got to fight Eric Harding on HBO. I'm like, damn. I told myself, bro, I prayed about that too. I told myself, if I can't beat Eric Harding, well, I don't belong in the ring with Roy Jones. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'm giving Roy Jones his props, respect and everything. Mm-hmm. But I set that ceiling. I put that ceiling up there. But I trained. I said, I got to win this fight. It's a must-win for me. Yeah. Well, do you not know that man was tearing my ass up the first 3 rounds, boy? I couldn't get out of the way of a jab for nothing.
Good southpaw.
Body punches, combination. What the fuck? I'm like, he better than he was the first time.
He's supposed to be.
What? I'm like, man, he done fought Roy. Yeah. He come in with all the experience. Well, boy, Buddy helped me that fight. Buddy told me just, don't get away from the game plan. Boom, 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 jab. He told me, stop trying to hit the bullseye. Hit the bull. I started punching that motherfucker in the chest. Boom, arm, bah, bah, everything. He was tearing me up. Bah, bah. But I'm punching, matter. I'm hitting that body. Boy, his hands started coming down. Mm-hmm. In the 4th round, his trainer, the late, great Al Gavin, he's a great trainer too. For whatever it was, he thought I was hurt. Mm-hmm. But I was playing possum. I was setting a trap. Because that's the only way I'm going to get this cat. Yeah. The only way I'm going to get this cat.
I'm overconfident.
That's the best thing going in boxing.
I ain't never wrong. What you talking about? You see me be right wrong. On that.
But hold on. How you implement that, though? How you implement that in a fight?
Why you do that?
You got to be dressed down in defense. You got to be dressed down in defense. You got to be able to sit in the pocket and catch that shit and make them miss when you need to. Yeah. That's an art, bro. Yeah. So a lot of people can't fight inside. You got to be able to fight outside. When you look at the fact that when I fought that guy on HBO, bro, he was whipping my ass for a couple rounds, and I got him, Al Gavin told him to go at him, Eric, he's ready to go. Don't back up. knock him out.
Dang.
I needed him to get over aggressive.
Yeah.
And as I was backing up, boom, boom, caught him. Mm-hmm. And once I heard him, I'm one of the best finishers in the game. But even then, the referee didn't want to stop the fight. I had to beg the referee to stop the fight, Shawn. I had to beg the referee to stop the fight,
It's
bro.
you, man. I don't know why they do this to you. Did this to you?
Bro,
I
listen,
don't know.
I mean, but I made it through that.
Yeah.
I took that risk.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, after I knocked him out, I said,
And
where
people,
you at, Roy?
and that's what I meant when I said
It's
that fight.
Showtime
Yeah.
now, That was, he went to John Ruiz.
Yeah.
And then I went to that press conference.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That press conference, Layla Ali sitting right next to me, Yaya. And it was funny, man. I just felt like it was my time. Mm-hmm. I wasn't really tripping. I done already beat Eric Hardy now in the rematch. Mm-hmm. Bro, I want my shot.
Yeah.
I want my shot, bro. I done beat everybody in the light heavyweight division.
Yeah.
You want to run them down? Everybody in the division ranked above me, bro.
Yeah.
I beat them.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody else left but Roy.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody else left, Shawn. I fight Eric Hardy after losing to him when I didn't have to. You feel me? I'm taking all these unnecessary risks. Mm-hmm. I got rewarded.
Yeah.
I got rewarded for my hard work and sacrifices.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my belief
Yeah.
that God put something special in me.
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
Yes, sir.
And so
Yes, sir.
that's how that story went.
Yeah.
And, you know, the press conference, I mean, I think I put there. But again, the build-up was getting crazy. Mm-hmm. You know, the build-up was getting crazy. Mm-hmm. So, you know, finally, you know, after he fought Ruiz, he said he would give me that fight. Yeah. And I respect him for honoring that. Yeah. A lot of people wanted Roy to retire then.
Yeah, people was like,
I mean, I didn't want him to face his toughest challenge. Yeah. Because I was his toughest challenge. Yeah. Period. Yeah. Period. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. And so that's it, bro. So my thing is, man, I did it. Yeah. I did it the right way, honestly. Yeah. You know, we can talk about some stuff, but that's just gonna lead to the next thing. Yeah. And then so, you know, we gotta say something for the book. Sure. You feel me? Sure. But it's an interesting story because I just don't believe there's been a man that had to overcome what I had to overcome to get to where I had to go. Mm-hmm. And so I want to be able to say to these young fighters, man, it ain't never too late for you to become the best version of yourself. Sure. You know what I mean? Yeah. But even becoming a diamond, it takes work. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of heat. Mm-hmm. You feel me? You can't be shy away. You can't shy away from the work. Yeah. Because that's where you get your stripes. Yeah. You feel me? And when that fight get tough, Shawn, and when it's time to think your way through the situation, then you're able to perform. Mm-hmm. But you got to go through the struggle first. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people don't understand you got to embrace that struggle. Because if it wasn't for that struggle, bro, I would never became the fighter or the man that I became. Yeah. Let's talk Hall of Fame, then we'll get out of here. Okay. How long you been eligible to go in? I think about 3 years, 3 years at the most. It's 3? About 3. I thought it was 4. 3 years. Could have been 4. Yeah. Could have been 4. When I was, T.O. didn't show up when they put him in. T.O. didn't show up? Terrell Owens. When they put him in the NFL Hall of Fame, he didn't show up. He's like, I'm supposed to be first ballot. And since I'm not first ballot, I ain't showing up. I felt like it's about time. I feel like that too, but man, like I said, I don't want to take none of this personal. Yeah. You know, I don't need them to award me the Hall of Fame. Yeah. To know that I'm a Hall of Fame fighter. Yeah. Yeah. To know that I'm I ain't make it the first ballot, but my credentials speak first ballot Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. When you look at my whole total body of work and all the monsters I had to fight, and I made it all look easy. Yeah, even my toughest fight, I made it look easy. Yeah. Bruh, it wasn't easy. It was never easy. Mm-hmm. I just knew I had to keep that poker face on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can't let you see me struggle. I got to suffer in silence. I got to suffer in silence, 100, 100, yeah. So, you know, even though I Admittedly, it was never easy, bro. But like I said, even every struggle I did in order to get to where I was going, bro, I'd do it all over again.
Was the Hall of Fame a goal? Is the Hall of Fame?
I mean, it's a goal. I think it'll happen eventually. I just don't. It don't, bro.
Was it a goal?
I mean, not really saying, oh, I'm gonna do this for the. No, my goal was to win the gold medal, and my goal was to become world champion.
Do everything that you've done.
To become world champion.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, I think I have a Hall of Fame career, but
yeah.
we talking about people that, you know, probably don't know that much about boxing.
Yeah.
When you look at it. You feel me? Because all those people are opponent.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but I have a good relationship with the Hall of Fame, Ed Brophy and everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm not inducted, but they want me up there every year because they know.
Every year.
They know what it is, bro.
They know you bring the shine.
I don't care who on the ballot. That ballot don't mean them fans is what. When they see you and they know they're looking at somebody special. Yeah. Bro, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
And I get that everywhere I go, son.
Man, I appreciate your time. I know that you are very goal-oriented. What's the goals now?
It's always being successful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Success is boom.
Success is living your life.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things I can be doing that I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
And, you know, I got to get active with, you know, presenting more stuff. You know, but we got plans, bro. We got a lot of plans. You know, a docu-series I'm working on.
Nice.
You know.
On yourself?
Of course.
Yeah.
I got the greatest story never told. That's my hashtag, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to name this one Greatest Story Never Told.
Yeah, that's it. So, you know, yeah, man, like I said, my one dream would be if Junior really wanted this, to give it, go for it. Don't let nothing stand in your way. You know, I did it. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I see his talent. Yeah. I just want the world to see his talent, bro.
Yeah. I came up with this saying, adversity makes a champion. And that's like the word that's popped out the entire conversation we had. The adversity that you've made through has made you a champion.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Adversity at a young age, adversity middle, you know, right there coming into your 20s. Some adversity now. I'm going to go ahead before we get done. I'm going to go ahead and keep it real. Knowing the way you speak, knowing the way you present yourself, you deserve to be on TV. And I know that was taken away from you. I know you should know. You got great memory, so you do know. I commentated your fight when you fought Steve Cunningham.
Steve Cunningham, okay.
Yeah. And so, just so you know how competitive I am, I sat down there prepared to do a better job than you've ever done on commentary that night.
I appreciate that.
And that was my first time.
That's what it's all about, my guy.
That was my first time doing it, and I appreciate you being in the ring, man. Gave me an opportunity to do something I had always wanted to do.
And that was a draw.
Yep.
And everybody told me I won that fight 8-4. Yeah. At least that 8-4.
Yeah.
You know, so I've never won a close decision, Shawn.
Yeah.
Never won a close decision.
You sit next to somebody that ain't never really pulled those out either. So,
you know,
but it I think those kind of adversities, they kind of, for me, I'll let you speak, but for me, those adversities are kind of like, that's not the end all be all for me, you know.
I like the way 50 said it though. Who I'm running back to when ain't nobody there. So it's my job. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But love the game of boxing, man. Yeah. Been in it for a long, long time. Yeah. It's a beautiful sport. I think as young people they around that age, crucial age, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. If you got young men out there, get them boys into some training, some physical training. Not only train your body, it trains your mind. You know what I mean? Get these young men to get that intestinal fortitude. Everything ain't got to be outside. Everything ain't got to be advertised. Yeah. Have some strength inside. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. Save something.
Love it, man. Yeah. And I always do motivation at the end of my shows. So I appreciate you for throwing that in there.
No problem at all.
Last but not least, Tarver's Take.
Yeah.
And this ain't no conversation, but just real quick, Tarver's Take is on YouTube. You trying to build that, make that something humongous for yourself, or just it's a way for you to get out what you have after watching fights?
I mean, I don't know how humongous it can be, but I do think that the message on Tarver's Take is unique.
Yeah.
You're not going to find that message anywhere else.
Yeah.
I believe it's the most informative take in boxing because I'm giving my takes through the lenses of my eyes.
We're going to get into that tomorrow. I know you did the video talking about this Tarver's Take on the PorterWay Podcast. No, it ain't. But tomorrow we're going to get into that.
Okay, great.
We're going to dig into the craniums and see what we got.
That part.
Yes,
I'm looking
sir.
forward to it, my guy.
Appreciate you for coming in, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This is the PorterWay.